All right, so we're diving into this whole idea that China's got the muscle to really throw a wrench in Trump's economic game, as Ian Bremmer argues.
Yep, and it's fascinating how Bremmer points out that China, well, has these economic tools at its disposal that can potentially cripple the American economy.
Exactly. You know, it's like they say Trump's been kind of blinking on tariff policies, right? He's not quite sticking to a firm strategy because he realizes the red lines China can draw.
Right, right. So, what exactly are these tools that China possesses? Is it mainly about tariffs or something deeper?
It's deeper. Bremer suggests that China isn't just playing with basic trade policies. They have an arsenal of economic leverage. Think about it. They can manipulate supply chains and use rare earths and other key resources as like economic pressure points.
Yeah, that really paints a picture, doesn't it? It's almost like, well, if your opponent has a secret weapon, you're suddenly at a huge disadvantage.
Yeah, it's like if you're playing chess and your opponent has extra moves hidden up their sleeve. And Trump's tariffs, as he introduced them, seem to have not been strong enough to counter that.
And I think Bremer also notes that China has this sort of patience about it. They're not rushing into things, they're calculating every move carefully.
Right, patience is key here. It's like they're willing to wait out the storm to hit back when the timing's perfect.
Yeah. So then, does that mean Trump's approach on tariffs has been, reactive rather than proactive?
Exactly, it's like he's been, well, a bit indecisive. The descriptions mention he's repeatedly blinked on his policies, kind of surrendering in a way to what China can do.
I mean, I get that revision sometimes happens in politics, but it seems like he's facing inevitable economic pressure here.
Absolutely. And Bremer's analysis really brings this into high focus. The argument is that Chinese leverage isn't just theoretical, it's practically a loaded gun aimed at a less coordinated US economic policy.
Right. But, I wonder, could it be also that Trump's policies reflect a broader misreading of international power dynamics? It seems like an underestimation of China's long-term planning.
That's a great point. It's like if you're not reading the playbook correctly, you end up, well, scrambling when the real challenge hits. And here, his approach on tariffs shows a short-term focus rather than a sustained strategy.
Yep, indeed. And this brings us to the broader picture of global security and superpower dynamics. That it's not just about military might, but also about economic resilience.
Exactly. It's a holistic game. China's economic instruments, from market access to control over key resources, give it a sort of strategic superpower status that extends far beyond, conventional warfare.
Interesting, because then, in a way, international trade becomes a battlefield too, doesn't it?
Yeah, right. Absolutely. And think about it. When the tools of trade become tools of geopolitical leverage, you're really talking about a complete reshaping of, well, global power structures.
And that also means that when policies go wrong, as with these tariff strategies, the whole economic system can be, disrupted significantly.
Exactly. It's like a domino effect where one miscalculation can send shockwaves throughout the global market. And in this case, Trump's inconsistent stance seems to be opening a door for that very possibility.
Yeah, but I have to ask, do you think this is an exaggeration? I mean, can China really cripple an entire economy just by, playing its cards right?
Well, that's a critical challenge. While it's quite dramatic to think so, the analysis leverages the fact that China's leverage comes from several intertwined aspects: control over supply chains, market influence, and even digital infrastructure.
So you're saying that it's not just one factor, but a convergence of many that collectively build a strong position?
Precisely. It's like if you stack up a bunch of small advantages, they combine into a significant strategic edge. And Trump's policies have, well, not been robust enough to prevent that stacking.
That makes sense. It's like trying to block a flood with a dike that's only half built.
Exactly, exactly. And it's also a lesson in how international relations can, well, pivot on economic decisions rather than just military might.
Right. It's a powerful, albeit unsettling realization that modern superpower conflicts might be fought in boardrooms and trading floors just as much as on battlefields.
Absolutely. And Bremmer's perspective forces us to see that strategy as a kind of economic chess game where every tariff, every trade deal is a move that could either secure or destabilize your position.
And it also suggests that maybe a misstep by any side could have far reaching consequences that ripple well beyond national borders.
Exactly. And that's the essence of global interdependency, which, well, raises a big question. In such a tightly interwoven world economy, can any nation truly isolate itself from these pressures?
That's deep and a bit concerning because it means there's no room for error, right? One miscalculated move and the consequences are everyone's problem.
Right. And that's why the conversation around tariffs, like Trump's flip flopping policy, gets so heated. It's not just about protecting domestic industries, it's about safeguarding the entire economic infrastructure against unpredictable, deliberate moves from powerful players like China.
Yeah, I can see that. And it makes you wonder if tapping into more stable long-term strategies might have been a smarter move rather than these rapid-fire tariff adjustments.
Absolutely. It's like you're trying to fix a leaky boat by patching one hole after another instead of building a sturdier hull in the first place.
Yep, true. But then again, such strategic missteps can also, if done right, allow for quick retaliatory measures. Do you think there's any chance that a recalibrated US policy could turn the tide?
Well, it's a tough call. While a well thought out policy can mitigate some risks, the underlying issue is an asymmetry in economic power. China doesn't need to swing a big hammer every time. They can nibble away strategically with small moves.
Yeah, indeed. That's a good point. So it's like the US would have to reinvent not just its tariff strategy, but like its entire approach to global economic relations.
Exactly. And as Bremmer highlights, that rethinking could be the difference between maintaining economic stability and facing significant downturns. It's, well, a high stakes game.
Right. And it truly underscores the evolving nature of global superpower status, where economic strategies and calculated patience may end up being the most decisive factors.